everybody, welcome to Magical Maidens Jewelry Tutorials. Today what I'm going to do is I'm showing you how the necklace that I made with the iridescent large 40mm sequences look, and I made matching earrings as well. Now the only difference is I changed the necklace around. So as you can see, I made it more. Now you can have it this way in the picture that I'm posting here. The original way I made it, so it's not as full, and it's more narrow. But what I did was, you could do it another way to make it even fuller. You go down. So I disconnected the pieces that were over here so that it made it go like that. And what I did was I added rows instead. I left the ones all the way up here, and I just moved one over here. And then what I did was I put the one with the little iridescent bead, then two, then three, and then the longest one here with four. And that would be your center. So now the other one, they stay pretty still. They don't move the other original way I showed you. But with these, they will have a little more play and move around because they're not attached in the center. But you don't have that space, and the other one had the space. But I showed you on my last video in my jewelry tutorial playlist while I was making this, that I showed you how you can hang a little iridescent bead in there or anything you want. Now to make this, I felt like this was beachy, but if you want to make it feel more beachy, you can easily add little seashell beads, and they make them. They're everywhere. They're just all over the place. Now I made these earrings, okay, and what I did was I took the large 40mm. Now they're not 4. I realized it sounded like I said 4mm on my last video when I was done editing. I'm like, maybe I should have specified. It's 40mm large sequence. They have 20mm and then the real tiny sequences, but these are larger than a quarter. They're like a silver dollar size. They're pretty big, and I just hung like a little diamond-y. I didn't have any more iridescent beads. I just used what I had around, but you can certainly go buy what you want. I like these because they look like and I hope I'm getting this right, the caprice shells or caprese shells that you can make like hanging decorations. Now I made an inside and outside hanging decoration using the silver 40mm large sequence. But you can use these too if you want a more beachy feel. So I got all these at Hobby Lobby. You can order it online, or you can go to the nearest Hobby Lobby. If you don't have a near one and you'd rather order it online, then go ahead. The only colors they had were the silver, this iridescent, and then the gold. Now, what I like about it is when you move around, it changes color. They look a little yellow, they look a little green, they look a little pink. If you notice that as I'm moving around with the light. So it does change color, and the same thing with the earrings. See, they look pink, and then it depends on how the light catches it because they're iridescent. So I did hang a few, let me get my hair out of the way, little iridescent beads up here, and then one on the very bottom. Now if you didn't want it as long as I made it, you could certainly make it a little shorter in the center and then just hang a bead, but it's supposed to look like it's cascading, and then you have from short to long to longer to longest. The center one would be the longest. So that's the difference that I made it. Or you can make it the original way that I made it, where it kind of isn't as long and it is more narrow into like a point, and it won't move around as much. So that's up to you, but this is it. And I can make this go up a little more if I wanted to, so that it doesn't fall into my cleavage. But I like it. it's almost, you know, you could wear this over a shirt that might be like a turtleneck or a high collar, or in the summer, and you could wear a nice beachy shirt like I am. So these are the earrings. Very easy. I'll give you a closer look. Little diamond hanging thing that you can get at any craft store. I just hung a little diamond-y thing that you can get at any craft store. They're just for ends. They come in a package with a bunch of these. And I put a 4mm jump ring on the top and the bottom to hook this up, and a 4mm jump ring on the top with a earring fish hook, and that's it. And that was simple. Now you can put two of them together, or you can just have the one. So you could put two of them together, or you could just have the one, but I thought the one was good enough. They're large. I really like the play on the iridescence and the way it changes colors as you turn, and how the light is. And it does look very beachy to me, so that's what I thought of. But you could do this with the large silver ones, or if you prefer gold, you could do it with the gold. So I just wanted to show you what they look like on, and give you a good look at them. But you see how when you move around, how the light catches the iridescent ones. Again, I like the fullness of it, but you can make these shorter if you didn't want to make it this one so long. You can 1, 2, and then you could stop here with the bead instead of putting the fourth one there. And again, you can make those hanging decor that I made using these same iridescent ones instead of the caprese or the capizi shell. I forget what you call them. But because this is a lot cheaper. They're only 99 cents at Hobby Lobby. So it's a lot cheaper, because I looked at the price of the capizi shells for a package, and you probably have to buy 2 packages, and it would be over $20, maybe $17, depending on how many you were going to use. And this is cheaper. So you can make jewelry with it. You can make hanging decorations. I made an indoor decoration and an outdoor decoration. And those 2 videos for those tutorials are in my DIY crafts playlist. And it should be under this jewelry tutorial playlist. So I put them in there because it was a craft. It wasn't any jewelry. It was hanging. I have mine hanging outside. And you might not think these are weatherproof, but it's been in the rain. I live in the south. It's been in the rain. It's been in the wind. And right now I'm having a thunderstorm. So just make sure, what I would advise is that you use split rings to create those rather than jump rings, because the jump rings, even the tiniest, if they're not connected, even the tiniest, these slip through because they're so flat. So just wanted to come on and let you see what this looks like and show you the change that I made to the necklace. Now I really was torn. Did I like it the way it was before or now? I liked it both ways. I liked it the first way I made it, and then when I changed it, I like the fullness of it. So if you are wearing something a little low cut, but you can't help that it's low cut, but you want to kind of cover it a little, then this would be great. Plus it's a nice full one, and you can use the silver ones or the gold ones, like I said, you can mix and match them. So anyway, I wanted to show you this. I hope you like this. And if you haven't checked out the tutorial while I created this, go ahead and check out my DIY crafts playlist as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my videos. Bye.